Hello. I felt to come on and just talk a little bit about working in the quantum fields and what that might look like. Big part of our retreat that we just did this past weekend was working in the quantum field, and I'm going to be doing the quantum journey just on its own this coming Saturday in Gibsons. And I feel like in some ways people are put off because they don't quite understand what it is. And even if I were to describe it as akin to a plant medicine journey, people might not really understand what that is. And if you have done plant medicine journeys or you want to, but you're afraid, this is something that you really might want to consider, because what it does is it puts you in a trance-like state where you are able to access so much more than you can access in the everyday life, in your everyday world. And when we shift our awareness and our intention, we come into this 0 point, this void, and then we're able to go from there into whatever lifetime or whatever piece of this current lifetime. Any sort of question that you might have. So what we had the group do is they wrote down their intentions for their journey. And it's either I want to see this from my childhood, I want to go and meet this person, I want to understand this thing, maybe I want to go into these different incarnations and understand the relevance to now. Ultimately, what our goal is to help you to remember who you are. This is beneath all the layers of all the things that I do. I want you to remember who you are. And part of that, most of that, is the God self remembrance, that God self-realization. And so when I work with some people who haven't been into the quantum field before and who aren't familiar, basically what we do when we get in there is that we call in the highest light being that this person can receive, and we ask them to send them unconditional love and to become a mirror of their God self, so that you can just receive that remembrance of who you are. And if you were to try and put a price on that, like, you can't. How do you value shifting the entire trajectory of your life by that coming home to self? And I do hear price point coming up quite often for people. Oh, I don't think I can afford that right now, or wow, that seems really expensive. When it comes to investing in your evolution, I think that people haven't quite connected the value of this work with the outcome that it can give you. And we're all right spending this money. Say you drink, we're all right spending this to go buy some couple bottles of wine, or we go out every week for dinner and we spend a couple $100 on dinner, and this is just our lifestyle. We buy new shoes, we buy an outfit that we don't need but we want it. And if you were to really sit and take stock of where you spend your money, and then to say, I can't afford to invest in myself in a way that my soul will evolve for eternity, we'll just stop and think about that. What return do we get on our investment? Everything you do, is it adding to your consciousness, or is it meeting a temporary desire or need? Do you know what I mean? Like, I hear it so often. It's like, at the end of the day, what is important to you? What do you value the most? Is it you? Is it the food that you're eating? Are you investing in quality organic food? Are you investing in the healthy environments to be in? Are you carving out time for yourself? Are you working on the expansion of your soul and your consciousness? Or are we looping around in a very materialistic world and quite happy spending our money for that exchange and haven't quite realized yet. That was a whole tangent. It was a whole tangent on the quantum work. What I was trying to say is, when we go into the quantum field, we are receiving so much more than we are even aware of. So if we go into the quantum field for about a 45-minute session, what we're going to receive is 3 to 4 hours minimum of life-changing information. And you may not be able to quantify it in that moment, but it has all landed in your field and can then slowly start to unpack itself. And then it takes time, it takes days, it takes weeks, it could take months for all of those things to start to unfold. But that shift for your soul to receive those remembrances is huge. The shift for your soul to just sit in nothingness, completely unplugged from everyday life, completely unplugged from people and worries and the mundane densities of everyday three-dimensional living, and to just be held in a frequency of love and connection to ourself and connection to God. It is absolutely priceless. It's priceless. There's just a sense of peace. The body is calm. There's peace. There's overflowing, overwhelming love. There's this homecoming, this sense of gratitude. These are all the things that everyone is experiencing when they come out of individual sessions of this work, or even leaving the retreat this weekend. It's just, you can't even quantify the impact that it has on you. There are no words, which is why it's really hard to explain. And a lot of people are like, Sophie, you need to explain what you do. And I'm like, I can't. There are no words. You just have to experience it. And I could cry when I think about it. I wish, my prayer is that everybody could feel this. My prayer is that everybody has access to this work and that everybody can feel this, because it's our birthright to remember who we are. And I'm going to continue doing these channel messages that are free to give access to whoever needs to hear it, to activate that remembrance within you. And then if you feel the call for this deeper work, then come and join a group or come and invest in a one-on-one session. And it's not that I'm going to say you have to keep coming. You need me. I am the gatekeeper for your evolution. It's not that at all. It's how quickly can I empower you to remember who you are. And you don't need me. You realize you can do it all yourself. I just happen to have access to these gifts that give me the ability to take you to places with ease so that you can then remember who you are. And that's what brings me joy. It's just such a privilege to be there, to witness people coming into the depths of connection with themselves, finding the pieces of themselves that they thought were lost, or shedding all the things that they didn't need. So one of the things that we do is we do a clearing of the body to create a blank template so that when you do go into the quantum field, you're able to receive because you've let go and created so much space, and it just builds and it builds and it builds. There are no words. There are no words. It's just a feeling and a knowing. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to know what it feels like to just be me. And that's what I hope to do. That's what I aim for. I aim to find that deepest connection for you to yourself and to your God source, and it ripples out from there. I love you. I absolutely love you.